The Phillies take on the Nationals, 6:05 p.m. Eastern first pitch. The Phillies are the $1.35 favorite, totals 10.5, juice to the over. The Nats are plus $1.15 on the money line. And if you like Washington to keep this one close, they're minus $1.40, catching the 1.5 on the run line. We got Eric Fetty for the Nationals, Jake Arrieta for the Phillies. I'm 2-0 in my last two daily best play tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. And if you want to gain access to that daily best play, it's only $1.99. I'm also currently 2-0 in my last two extra daily picks on patreon.com/Brock Page as well. And that package costs just $2.99. For more information on how you can access these exclusive premium sports picks, link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. I got a feeling we'll probably talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But anyway, the Nationals have won 2 out of their last 3, throwing out that Marlins debacle yesterday. They rank in the top 10 in hits on average per game, top 5 in fewest home strikeouts at the plate. Eric Fetty's on the bump for the Nationals this evening, 2.55 ERA and just under 18 innings of work. Trey Turner leads the club in hits, batting average, doubles, runs scored, and on-base percentage. Trey's batting .314 with 21 runs scored and 6 doubles. He currently ranks 16th in the league in batting average. Juan Soto is currently leading the club in homers and doubles as well. He's tied with Turner with 6 doubles. Juan's also slammed 7 home runs on the season and knocked in 17. Asdrubal Cabrera currently leads the club with Soto and RBI as well. He's knocked in 17 and has been walked 10 times at the plate. The Nationals are a perfect 5-0 in their last 5 games where Fetty made the start. And of course, that dates back to last season. They're also a perfect 9-0 in their last 9 ball games, hosting the Phillies in the nation's capital. And speaking of the Phillies, they lost 5 out of their last 6, including an 11-2 massacre at the hands of the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies are in the top 3 in most hits allowed per contest, top 5 in most runs allowed per game. They're currently 4 games below 500, and they are in last place in the NL East. The Fightins are also winning just 33% of their games as the away team, and they failed to cash in on the run line in 6 out of their last 9 in that same category. Jake Arrieta's on the bump for the Phillies tonight, just 1-3 on the season, with an ERA of .495 and a whip of 1.40. The Cubbies certainly got rid of him a few years back, dumped him off on the Phillies at the right time. Now, total-wise, Phillies 67% to the over as the away team. Meanwhile, the Nationals saw their last 4 straight get over the total themselves. 5 out of Fetty's last 6 starts also got over the line. Give me the Underdog Nationals plus $1.15 and the over 10.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's MLB baseball action. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you guys had a great start to your weekend on Monday. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content here on YouTube, I just want to quickly remind you once again that we are 2-0 in our last 2 daily best play tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. It only costs $1.99 to access those plays. We're also 2-0 in our last 2 extra daily picks on that site as well. Those plays will cost you only $2.99. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below, and that is patreon.com/Brock Page. And moving on, we're going to take a look at the Yankees Braves, 7:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch at Truist Park. The Yankees are minus 175, totals 9 runs. The Braves are plus $1.55 for some money line cash. We got Ian Anderson making his major league debut for Atlanta. Garrett Cole for the Yankees. Cole's 4-0 with a .275 ERA and a .89 whip. Cole's also struck out 44 batters in just 36 innings of work. The Yankees have cashed in on 7 out of their last 11 run lines away from home. They're also in the top 3 in scoring, top 10 in fewest runs allowed per contest. Aaron Judge is expected to be in the lineup here today against the Braves. He's got a 290 batting average, 16 runs scored, 9 homers. And shockingly, after being on the IL for 10 days, Aaron Judge still leads this club with Luke Voit and RBI with 20 of them. And speaking of Luke Voit, he currently leads the club in homers with 10 of them. He's currently batting .311 on the year. Now, keep in mind, LeMahieu and Stanton are still on the IL for this Yankees club. So, just keep that in mind as well. Having said that, though, the Yankees do rank in the top 5 in fewest runs allowed on the road, top 3 in fewest hits allowed away from home as well. They are taking on a Braves club who, well, they have their number 3 ranked prospect on the bump here tonight. And, that's coming after coming fresh off a 5-4 loss to the last place Phillies yesterday. The Braves have cashed in on the run line in just 6 out of their last 14 home games, and they rank in the top 3 in most strikeouts at the plate. Even worse, Atlanta's winless in their last 8 games hosting the Yankees. They're in the bottom 10 in striking batters out, top 10 in walks allowed at home. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Atlanta's last 5 games got over the posted number. 8 out of their last dozen ball games also got over the total. Meanwhile, on the other side, 4 out of Garrett Cole's last 5 starts for the Yankees got over the number. The Yankees also went 6-2-1 to the over in their last 9, depending on where you're shopping at. Give me the Yankees -1.5 and the over 9 runs in that contest. Next matchup, Cubs-Tigers, 7:10 p.m. East. The Cubs are -135, totals 9.5 flat. The Tigers are plus $1.10 on the money line. And if you like them to cover, they're -145 catching the 1.5. We got Spencer Turnbull for the Tigers, Tyler Chatwood for the Cubs. Chatwood's got a 5.40 ERA and a 1.40 whip so far in the season. The Cubs have dropped 3 out of their last 6, and they allowed 26 total runs in those 3 losses. The Cubs are in the bottom 5 in offensive hits per contest, top 5 in most strikeouts at the plate per game. They are taking on a Detroit squad who has Spencer Turnbull on the mound for him tonight. 21 strikeouts and just over 24 innings of work, along with a 3.65 ERA. The Tigers have won 3 out of their last 5 games where Spencer made the start. This Tigers pitching staff also ranks in the top 10 in fewest walks allowed at home. Jonathan Scope leads the club in hits, batting average, and homers. Scope is currently hitting .287 with 6 homers and 15 runs scored. Nico Goodrum also leads the club in RBI with 15 of them. Nico's also smacked 5 homers on the season. And Jacoby Jones is leading the club in OBP right now. He's got an on-base percentage of .333 while also hitting 5 homers and knocking in 13. The Tigers have averaged a dozen hits per game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Chicago. Now, total-wise, 6 out of Detroit's last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Cubs got over the posted number. The Tigers are also 4-1 to the over in their last 5. Meanwhile, the Cubbies, on the other side, saw 8 out of their last 11 get over the number themselves. They're currently 70% to the over when they travel. So with all that said and done, give me the Underdog Tigers plus 1.5, keeping that one close, and the over 9.5 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be the Dodgers taking on the Giants, 9:45 p.m. Eastern start time. The Dodgers are -215, totals 8.5, juice to the over. The Giants are plus 175 on the money line. And if you like San Fran to cover the 1.5, they're plus 105 for some run line cash. We got Johnny Cueto for the Giants, Julio Urias for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have won their last 4 straight, including a 3-game sweep of divisional foe Colorado. The Dodgers have also won 11 out of their last dozen, and they're winning 79% of their ball games away from home. Julio Urias is on the bump tonight for the Dodgers, 2-0 record with a 2.74 ERA. Urias struck out 18 batters in just 23 innings of work. The Dodgers win 73% of their ball games when favored, and they rank in the top 3 in run production per contest. Mookie Betts leads the team in hits, homers, RBI, double, and runs scored. Mookie he's hit 11 homers, knocked in 24, and he scored 25 times. He's currently tied for second in the league in homers, seventh in runs batted in. Corey Seager has the second most hits on the team. He's batting .298 with 7 homers, 20 ribbies. And Justin Turner has batted in 18 runners and walked 13 times on the season. He's got an on-base percentage of .372. The Dodgers are in the top 10 in offensive hits, top 3 in fewest hits allowed. LA gives up just 3.1 runs per contest for the entire season. They're taking on a Giant club who got Johnny Cueto on the bump. They lost 2 out of their last 3 games where Johnny made the start, throwing out his last start against the Angels, of course. Johnny's walked a dozen batters in 31 innings pitched, and he has an ERA of .435. The Giants are currently in second to last place in the NL West and find themselves 8 games behind the Dodgers in the standings. They also rank in the top 10 in most runs allowed per contest, bottom 10 in striking batters out. The Giants have also lost their last 5 straight games when hosting the Dodgers. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, 4 out of Cueto's last 5 starts all got over the total. The Giants have also gone 71% to the over at Oracle Park this season. Meanwhile, the Dodgers on the other side saw 4 out of their last 5 Urias starts get over the total themselves. Give me the Dodgers -1.5 and the over 8.5 in that contest. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.